Hey everybody, Tim and Miranda here for today's review of Doctor Who, story number 198! I'm just going to get more
so
and more
excited.
enthusiastic as we keep going. The Doctor's Daughter. So right off the bat, I have a couple of things I'm not going to ask you.
Yeah, I figured.
We are 10 reviews, 10 stories in the air until we are done with David Tennant. So this is the final countdown. After this, they're officially...
Final countdown.
There are 10 more stories. Like, some of them are two-parters and stuff like that, so I can't say episodes.
Yeah.
But, so 10 more stories. So, there's that. So I had asked you before, you didn't know, I told you not to look it up. Hopefully you listen, because you never do.
Yeah, but I can see it in your notes right now.
It doesn't matter, you don't know who that is.
What?
Do you know who played the Doctor's daughter?
Georgia Moffat.
Georgia Moffat. Do you know who Georgia Moffat is?
I'm assuming Moffat's daughter.
It's not!
Granddaughter?
Nope.
Damn.
No relation.
Aw, boo.
She was born Georgia Davison.
Yeah,
she is the daughter of the 5th Doctor.
Gotcha.
So she is literally the Doctor's daughter.
Yeah.
Then, while filming this, obviously...
Oh, wait,
she
is she
met David Tennant.
She's married to David Tennant.
And they got married.
Yes, okay.
That
I was
is
like, wait a minute.
David Tennant's wife.
Because when they asked, because you said that there was that interview with the 5th Doctor.
Peter Davison.
Of what's the best thing that you got out of this?
Grandchild.
A grandchild, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I remember now.
Yep. So, Georgia Moffat, who played Jenny, the Doctor's daughter, is the Doctor's daughter... And it's the Doctor's wife who then gave him the Doctor's daughter. Because they had a girl.
That's adorable.
So, well, I mean, they've had a couple kids. She's had like 5 kids total.
That's really funny, though.
But yeah, so that's who Jenny is.
Alright.
And spoiler alert, it's also very sad because we never see Jenny again.
No.
Which, this episode sets it up to see Jenny again.
Yeah, no, I know. I agree with that.
Like, and this could have been, like, River.
Like, the ending, you're like, why?
Like, yeah.
Like, that's it? Okay.
So, overall, I'm not going to lie. Overall, this episode gets a lot of love. Like, a lot of people really, really like this episode.
Probably because, like...
I didn't love it. Like, for one, it's just a coincidence that, for one, Jenny is not the Doctor's daughter. She's, like, a clone.
Yeah.
And, like, I love, like, it's a stretch to say this, but you could be like, if she's the Doctor, why... Or if she's the daughter or the clone, why doesn't she look like him? I mean, she kind of does look like his 5th incarnation.
Yeah.
Because she's literally his daughter. So there's that. But, I don't know, it always, ever since the first time I watched this, it's always kind of bugged me that it's not really his daughter. Yeah. It's his clone.
Yeah.
Which we do learn a lot, like... Which, this is the second time now. I don't think Martha had this conversation, but it was Rose and now Donna, where she's like, oh, unexpected fatherhood. And he's like, I've been a father before. Yeah. And she's like, what? And because Rose had that same talk with him. Mm-hmm. And, like, me, like, going all the way back to the first Doctor with Susan, which was his granddaughter, like... Love it. Think it's great. I'm still to this day advocating. I hope Susan makes an appearance because Carol Ann Ford is still alive. Bring her back. Even like
just for one episode.
My dream come true would be for Carol Ann Ford, who played Susan in the original series, to come back for an episode, Derek Jacobi style, and like be like grandmother because. It's the 13th Doctor right now. And then, for whatever reason, at the end of the episode, regenerate. Because, let's be honest, Carol Ann Ford's probably in her 70s, if not 80s, at this point. Because, I mean, she was like 20 in 1960. So,
gotcha.
Hashtag math. I'm sorry. But, like, to have her regenerate at the end of the episode, and then, you know what? Say, fuck it. Like, we have the 13th Doctor, have Susan's regeneration be a companion. Like, let's have another Time Lord, because in the original series, we had aliens, we had Time Lords, we had all sorts of people as companions. Yeah. Like, people from the past, people from the future, all sorts of stuff. Whereas for New Who, I mean, Rose, Martha, Donna, Amy, Rory, like, it's always, like, temporary, or, like, modern day people for whenever the episode takes place.
Gotcha.
Like in classic Who, I mean, we had Romana, who was a Time Lord that even regenerated.
While she was a
companion, she regenerated. We had Romana 1, Romana 2. We had a cave woman, Leela. We had all sorts of people, and then aliens. Adric was from another fucking dimension. There was a robot, the chameleon. There was all sorts of people.
Yeah.
So, fucking who knows what Mel was? Fuck that.
Stupid ass bitch.
So, tastes like ginger. But so, anyways, so I'm sick of modern day companions.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Bring Susan back.
Makes sense.
Make her a companion.
Yep.
Anyway, off my soapbox. That's all I got. Like, this
feel like
whole
they
story
done
like just got me so angry that it was Jenny and not Susan.
But like this whole story, like there wasn't really anything to it, honestly. Like
I
like
did
the
love
whole plot was really boring. I do like the Hath, but
No, I
they
was gonna
didn't
say I love
do
the
much.
because all they do is gurgle.
Yeah, but
and then when that one drowned, I was sad.
That was really sad because that was probably like the pinpoint of this episode was the Hath.
It reminded
Martha,
me of
but...
like Neverending Story when the horse was drowning.
Yeah.
Now that everybody's sad.
Just everybody start crying just at once.
Atreyu!
I mean, there wasn't, like I said, there wasn't much to this. Like, these people were fighting for, they thought 7 years because they're clones or whatever, and it was really like 7 days.
Yeah.
And then...
That's the big twist.
Yeah, they break that...
What a twist.
The ball thing.
Yeah.
And that's really it.
Yeah, I agree. And Martha, as much as I love Martha, she was absolutely worthless in this episode.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't do anything, and her entire
except get a Hath killed.
And she even says, she's like, oh, I took the upper road because she was stuck on the surface road. Yeah. Because she wasn't with the Doctor or Donna throughout the whole thing. Yeah. Like, the whole cut Martha out of this episode, you don't miss anything. So it was rough.
Sorry.
We have literally been watching Doctor Who for like 10 hours today, so.
Roughly. Like 7-ish.
Anything else for this one?
Not really, like.
Would you want to see Jenny come back?
I mean, now knowing that she's dead, no. Because it would just ruin a story.
Well, she's not dead, though. What do you mean?
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
She got shot at the end of this episode.
And then she came back to life and she took off in the rocket ship.
Oh, I didn't. I obviously wasn't paying attention.
Oh, so the big twist at the end of this episode was Jenny gets shot, and then after the Doctor, Donna, Martha leave, Jenny wakes up and takes off in a rocket ship, and she's like, I'm gonna go on an adventure, and she flies off into space.
Was I getting pizza at that point? Because I don't fucking remember that.
I don't think so. Maybe you fell asleep.
Okay, sorry you guys, whatever.
So yeah, that's a major plot point at the end, is that she's actually still alive. She didn't.
Then yes, I would love to see Jenny come back.
She didn't regenerate. She just came back to life. It was really weird.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Wait, no, maybe because she has the 2 hearts and she only got shot.
Maybe
one side.
That's a good point.
I didn't think about that. Okay.
So knowing that Jenny's still alive,
then yes, please come back.
Okay. I'm gonna get back on my soapbox now. For you, who has never seen Classic Who or anything, if we're sitting here a couple months down the road, we're 100% caught up in the series, and this 80-year-old woman pops up and is like, "Grandmother!"
Oh no!
But because I told you. But would you find that distracting, or would you be okay with it?
Oh no, I think I'd be okay with it.
Because I've told you about her, or
no,
because
even before that, like
you think
even if you didn't, like it would make for a good story.
Okay, good. Because I think that's the thing, is a lot of writers get scared if they put too many references to the old stuff, because they're like, oh shit, people aren't gonna get it, they're not gonna like it.
Yeah, but you have like with the internet.
Fans.
I was like, with the internet today and stuff though, like everybody's gonna look it up. They're like, what the fuck are they talking about? If they're actually interested in it. They'll look it up and figure it out.
I think if anything, I know a lot of people, the Nuvians, yourself included, but that like have no interest in the old stuff. And when you force it upon them, I actually kind of like it, because I think it makes them like, okay, even if I'm not going to watch it, you start looking into it. Like even Sarah Jane, you're like, I'm not going to go watch all the Sarah Jane episodes from the third and fourth Doctor.
Mhm.
But okay, maybe like that scene where she's talking to Rose and like I've seen this and I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
that, and you're like, has the Loch Ness monster really been in
Yes,
Doctor
I remember
Who?
that, yes.
And you're like, and somebody like me is like, yeah, it really has, and you're like, let me Google.
I want to see that episode just to see the Loch Ness monster.
Let me Google it. Like, even if I'm not gonna watch it, let me just read about it, and it's still furthering that knowledge.
But also, it just makes it so that it is like relevant, like because watching it, if like she just said the Loch Ness monster and I went to research it and there's really not a Loch Ness monster episode, I'd be kind of pissed. I'd be like, why the fuck did you bring this up if there's not an episode about it?
Which is a good point, because
especially because you said that she was like with the Doctor for so long.
She's the second longest companion. Which is a good point, that anytime they do make these old references, it is a legitimate reference.
Yeah.
It's not just like let's just throw it out there. Like even the Pompeii, where the Doctor's like, I didn't start that fire. Yeah. Something tiny could have been a throwaway line, but it is legitimately a reference that you can pinpoint to Classic Who. So, I don't know. Classic Who is not for everybody. And if you guys have watched my other reviews, even I struggle through a lot of them. But at the same time, it does have a lot of payoffs. Or like Gridlock, where there's the macro... Oh, fuck. Was it Macrobo?
Yeah, Macrobo.
Macra. Whatever. The crabs. Jinx, 1, 2, 3. The crabs at the bottom, like throwaway line, and he's even just like, they enslaved the race to mine gas. Literally pinpointed to the exact episode. They didn't just make it up. So, absolutely love stuff like that. Hashtag bring Susan back. Any closing thoughts for this one?
No, that's it.
Georgia Moffat. I hope I'm saying her. She's British, so it could be something fancy, but I'm just Georgia Moffat. Yep. Georgina.
Okay.
So keeping in mind she's alive, it'd be great to see her come back. Although at this point it might be weird for her to come back since like David Tennant's no longer in it, but you never know.
I mean, maybe, but
then again, her being a clone of the Doctor and also a female, to have her come back now with a female Doctor,
it'd be fun.
That'd be amazing. Like everybody wants to see River and 13 together in some sort of relationship. But everybody loves lesbians, so. Any other closing thoughts? Good? Nope. Done.
That's it.
So, everybody who's seen it, let me know. Do you want to see Jenny back? Do you want to see Susan back? Go ahead, let me know, and we will see you guys next time for The Unicorn and the Wasp.